What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Oh, Melyssa. Every time I try to show you grace, I always have to go play back the podcast and the excerpt to make sure that I heard you correctly the first time. And of course, I didn't hear any of this conversation correctly the first time. When I was speaking about you going up to Harvard and you doing the convention, I didn't realize they said no to your endeavor because of your quote-unquote subscription service. And we're lucky Mark Lamont Hill is on vacation, and hopefully when he comes back he addresses this, because this is the same thing that Mark had his quote-unquote explosion over Melyssa for. It was a very viral moment. I remember Joe didn't even want to put it out, so he said, but then he put it out. Its own segment. Mark Lamont Hill basically told her that how you're viewed is based upon the actions that you put out to the world. And for whatever reason, Melyssa Ford thinks that these actions don't equate to how she should be viewed by people in a certain light. And it's crazy to even be saying this, considering that they want Joe to go up there and speak at Harvard and just be a part of the convention, as if his track record or his background prior to being the business owner is just something that you would expect to see speaking at Harvard. So it's funny in that light. But until you make that pivot, until you make that change, you're going to forever be seen in that light. And unfortunately for Melyssa, she's rather current on her OnlyFans. She doesn't even want to say the name of it. She'll take all the benefits from an OnlyFans because there's simps out there that realize how beautiful she is in the hopes that she shows something to them. And they're willing to pay for it. They're willing to get all the automated messages, the AI generated messages of Melyssa talking about shell out some cash and I'll send you a private message. But she does not want to be seen in this light. She's literally getting paid for her body and is upset when it's used against her. But then when Mark makes his assessment and literally predicts this happening, he's in the wrong, or he can't say that. The double standard is crazy. And you'll hear Imani come out with his cancer diagnosis. And right before he came out with that, he said he didn't even want to share it on the JBP. He wanted to share it on his own platform, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? You gotta do it for the team, do it for the squad. So he tells us about his cancer diagnosis. You take it in stride as if he didn't just say what the fuck he had. But then when it's your turn to do it, you're mum on the subject. You don't want us to talk about it. Please stop speaking about it, even though you yourself have mentioned it on your platform and the JBP. But I already know why you don't want it to be mentioned now, because now it's being used against you. It's a detriment. I still want the money from it. I'm not going to cancel the OnlyFans account, but you can't bring it up to use against me. And of course, if people are going to be private, that's one thing. But it's a catch-22, because you need the audience to subscribe to your OnlyFans. Otherwise, it's not going to be feasible to continue doing it. Because if that was the case, you would just be relying on OnlyFans. You're still beautiful. You could rely on OnlyFans, but you don't even want to use that. So it just makes you question why Melyssa brought it up in the first place. And then it makes you not question why the guys view her in the light that they view her. If she had it and it was all secret and none of the guys knew about it and she told them, I don't want this to be brought up, and didn't bring it up ever, that's one thing. But you can't contribute to the narrative and then get mad when you're a part of the narrative. It's weird. But a lot of people have been telling me that my assessment on the woman co-host that's joining is wrong, because they're saying that Joe says she's going to be joining in September. Mel clearly has no issue with the dog pile. And speaking of which, I finally figured out what Flip was saying when do I look like Melyssa Ford. I didn't get it at first because they were saying so much and I was paying attention to the subject matter. But he was saying, I'm not the dog piler. Y'all don't do this to me. We don't do this to anyone else. There's two people that get this done to on a consistent basis, Ish and Mel. And I contribute to both dog piles, but I don't want to be a part of it. And we'll always get on ice. We'll always get on ice. And on my Patreon, I just made a video speaking about parks, and I see Danny made a video this morning about the same topic. They all do the same thing, but the main people that are sensitive to the dog pile are the main contributors in the dog pile. So Flip, if you don't want me talking about you in this manner, especially when everything we're saying is the truth, it's not even an assessment, it's the truth. If you don't want us talking about you in this manner, don't contribute to it in the other direction. Parks, if you don't want anybody shooting at you, don't say shit to us. It's clear as day that Parks has laid down some type of a law to where you can't shoot at him, because the one time I saw him get shot at, when Joe said his ass was late too, which we see in the BTS, Parks looked pissed. Don't bring my name up. So we just gotta pay attention to all these things. I just wanted to speak on that Melyssa though, because not that Melyssa topic, because I was trying to give her grace yesterday, but then when I ran it back, I was like, no, I gotta call out the double standard. So it is what it is at this point. Can't fault people for doing what they do. Can't fault people for getting paid how they get paid, but if you don't want it to be, like, for instance, I can't sell drugs and then get mad when I don't get hired for positions that I want because I sold drugs. That's just how the world works. If I don't want to be seen as a drug dealer, although I'm dealing drugs, I have to stop dealing drugs. That's just how it works. But I'm not even trying to get salacious. I'm just trying to get my opinion out there. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know how we rock it. You already know what it is. Please go check out your boy Patreon /elevation. Go look your boy up. We're growing at a very consistent pace. We're doing numbers that I don't even see major YouTubers doing. So I appreciate all the support. Sincerely, we're just going to keep growing in that manner. But you already know what it is. We got a new episode coming out tomorrow. It'll be another multi-video day drop. Boy, you're going to get caught back up. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.